Hello, YouTube. Yes. I wasn't gonna make this video. It always starts out like that. But I feel like it needs to be talked about. Let's talk about food. Yes, specifically Chinese food. And I say Chinese food because what brought on this video is this American. I'm not gonna even call him Chinese American. He's American, try to debate with me, and his little feelings was hurt, but at the end of the day, I'm speaking facts. He's I guess a content creator, whatever you want to call it, on Instagram. He got a lot of followers, and he's spreading lies saying that Chinese chicken wings and french fries are authentic Chinese food. Then he tried to switch it up and said, no, that's what you said. You said Chinese chicken wings and french fries are authentic Chinese food, and anybody with half of a brain knows that. So I had put my little sentence or whatever, and I said that. I was like, that's not Chinese food, bro. Like, everybody who been to a takeout at least once in their life, they be in the back eating rice and vegetables. I said, not even trying to boast them or trying to flatter him, but I said, this is why Asian Americans live the longest in the entire world, because they have the best diet, they have the best exercise, they drink teas. Like, it's a reason why they live till 150 years old to date. You go to China in those places and they live very long. They're very slim for a reason. If you overweight in a lot of those, even in some American Chinese, if you're overweight, they look down upon that. That's not really accepted in their culture to be big. They live to be very, they're very lean. They have very decent bodies. Damn kids. Yeah, so everybody knows that they have the best diet. Like, no real Chinese person is eating fried chicken. Even Chinese Americans, they're not eating that, unless if somebody like him. I said, you're American, first of all. You're born and raised here. So I don't know why people do that. A lot of American people with a Caribbean background too, they be like, oh, I'm Jamaican. Have you? And they've never been to Jamaica, but they Jamaican. Like, nigga, you raised here. You're American. If you go to, even with somebody I know, he's from Trinidad. He actually was born and raised in Trinidad. He needed a visa to come here, whole 9 yards. He had to take a citizen test, whole 9 yards. He came over here when he was 12. When he go back and visit, they be teasing him like Yankee boy. His accent is gone, and at this point, he's more American than he is Trini. So it's like, it's just funny when people are like, oh, they Chinese. Have you ever been to China? No. You're more American than you are Chinese. So I'm like, stop spreading that lie. Like, stop capping. He's like, oh, I'm being ignorant. It's not being ignorant, bro. Like, everybody knows that they don't eat that. Like, when we go into takeout, I stopped eating Chinese takeout officially once I moved to Brownsville. And that's what I wanted to talk about. And I want you to like and subscribe. And it's funny, me and him was going back and forth, and I was like, bro, you are way too sensitive for social media. Like, because I said you're overweight, it's like, you're overweight. Just like I'm slim. Like, he's like, oh, I hope with your next book you could talk about food, since you know what he said? Since you're such an expert. I said, wow, so why is it every time I go back and forth with somebody, they always want to bring up my book? Like, thank you. Other people are going to see us going back and forth, and they going to Google me, and yeah, thank you. So I was like, oh, so your feelings is hurt. Like, what? Stop capping. Stop lying. You know how many, I don't think people realize how powerful social media is. Like, somebody's going to watch your shit, and they gonna really believe it, like, oh, that's real Chinese food. When anybody with half of a brain, anybody I feel like that's 25 and over, they know that that's not real Chinese food. But somebody what I'm worried about is somebody my son's age going to see that and they going to really think that that's real Chinese food, and it's not. And somebody had put, and I was so happy, they was like, yo, fried chicken is from Black Americans from slavery. That is what we call soul food. Y'all took it and y'all sell it in our neighborhoods. I was like, thank you. Of course, he responds to the person like, oh, da-da-da, that's not true. Like, at that point, you can't even debate with this man because he's denying that we made fried chicken. So it's like, but I'm the ignorant one. Like, even white people know that fried chicken comes from Black Americans. Like, we made that up. What happened is they took it and, you know, they know that Black people like fried chicken. So what did they do? They took it and they sell it back to us. They know that we like fried stuff. We like that stuff. So yeah, French fries, you know, whatever. And I don't know, those of y'all who are millennials and older, remember you used to have fried chicken for $1. Remember that? Pork fried rice, fried chicken, and you know, stuff like that. So yeah, somebody was calling me. So, but yeah, so yeah, it's just, I just wanted to talk about that. And somebody, of course, the conversation went left to, I feel like it shouldn't have even gone that far, but one particular Black person brought it up, like, oh, y'all Chinese people don't care about us, y'all are fucking racist, and y'all put stuff in the food that ain't right. And so I'm like, yeah, that was bound to come up. So that's what I wanted to talk about in my video, is the fact of, if you go to a Dominican spot, the food that they sell you, they eat also. Soul food spot, they eat also. West Indian spot, it's a Jamaican spot. Jamaicans eat jerk chicken. Trust me, go to their house. They eat it. Every Caribbean. I love West Indian food. I love it. I had some bad jerk chicken the other day. I ain't never had bad West Indian food in my life. I'm like, what is going on? Yo, $15 for a plate in Prospect Park, and yo, what is going on? I'm like, yo, that ran my stomach. Oh my God. So next time, I'm not going to be greedy. I'm not going to, and if my gut told me not to get it too, because she charged $15 for a plate. It ain't supposed to be that much. Usually they charge like 10, you know, and she was selling it in front of the park, you know, when they set up shop, because they know it's gonna be a big crowd of people for a concert, whatever. Yeah, but basically, I guess I was naive, but I didn't know that different neighborhoods sell different types of takeout. Like, if you get Chinese takeout from East New York, it's not that bad. You come to Brownsville, it's utterly disgusting. Like, I don't know. And that's why I wanted to talk about, like, do they do this on purpose? They see the people and it's ratchet, so they purposefully fucking up our food, because most of us, that's what we believe, you know. And the fact that they don't eat it, that's a tell-all. You know, they selling us bad food. And I stopped supporting, I try my best not to support like Asian businesses, because I haven't had good luck, you know, from the cleaners down to the nail salon, down to the takeout. I just prefer not to do business with them. These Asians now is disrespectful. Like, they just don't care. They know that people are still going to patronize, because for the most part, that's all we know. Like, it's so hard to find a nail salon that's white or Black. So, and the Asians, they know that. So that's why, like, they don't really care, because they know that you have nowhere to go. Right? Type shit. If you go to the white neighborhood, it's Asian nail salons. Like, it's like you can't escape it. Like, you gotta look for, I think I told y'all when I went to the spa, they charge for my massage and they have a Russian lady doing nails, but that lady don't do design. She'll polish your nails. The customer service is excellent, Very, like, that's one thing I must say. With the Russians, you get your nails done, you are gonna get treated like a princess. They're gonna offer you coffee, tea, anything you like, water, just like in a black nail salon. The customer service, my experience, black nail salon, excellent service. But the pandemic and pre-pandemic made a lot of salons shut down because that's when rent started to get up high. So a lot of black owned salons was failing pre-pandemic into the pandemic. And then who survived it? The Asians. Yeah. So basically, yeah. Also, I don't know if I told y'all this, but during the pandemic, I went to Chelsea. You know, I hadn't had Chinese food in some years, because I officially stopped eating Chinese food, I would say, when I was like 23. Like, I just stopped eating it because, like I said, I live in Brownsville, and the takeout over here is just, it's not good. It's not. It's just, it's bad. Like, even the fish market, they stuff is not fresh. Like, I had some crab legs with fries 2 days in a row. After that second day, my system didn't agree with it. I can't trust nothing they put their hands on. Now, Korean food is okay, but that's not really filling. Like, they got something called K-Town on 34th Street. And that's very authentic, but you're going to be hungry an hour after. And Japanese food, that's not filling at all. Like, I remember taking my son to a Japanese restaurant, and right after that we went to Junior's. Like, we were still hungry. So yeah. But yeah, it's like the question of the day is like, do they really go out their way and sell us food that's just fucked up? And if so, what's the reason? Like, I learned on Babysitter's Club. It's a shame I learned this on Babysitter's Club. But they had concentration camps. Americans had concentration camps for the Japanese. And I wonder what they did to the Chinese, you know, because like I said, Chinese, Asian people are the only culture that sell you food that they themselves do not eat. We all know that. So for him to, I call it like a propaganda. What they call it? Like he's trying to brainwash people, this guy. Oh, it's authentic. And you know you're going to have some people that believe that. So it's like, what's your plan on lying to people saying that Chinese chicken and French fries is authentic Chinese? Like, what's your MO? Like, you want more and more people to be fat like you and die? Like, no. Why would you put that? I was just so like, wow, why would you put that up on social media? He has like 1 million followers, and then the fact that you pressed by little old me, yeah, I'm speaking facts. Because why you going back and forth with everybody? Why you calling people ignorant and this and that? I told him straight up, I said, bro, you are way too sensitive for social media. Like, you're looking up my book, you're like getting offended and all this stuff. Yeah, so you're mad. But yeah, that's what I urge you people out there on YouTube world. The food that you eat, just be more careful with what you eat. Not just with Chinese takeout, but with anything. I've had some bad Dominican food. I can't eat like the Spanish food that's over here. No. No. And then I had some like, I usually, if I want some Spanish food, I'll go to the grocery store. They usually have breakfast, lunch, and dinner right there. But one time, the food that was put away, and I remember telling somebody, like, this lady set me up. She knew that food in the container was no good, and she sold it to me. And I got sick, you know. So it's just the general question of, why do people sell people bad food? If you know the food bad, why are you selling it? Is it, like, what's the strong hatred? Why, you know, why do Asian people specifically sell us bullshit? Why? You know, and I need y'all to remember stuff, because black people, we're too forgiving. So I don't know if y'all, those of y'all from the New York City area, This was about 10 years ago. A lady went to a Chinese takeout in Canarsie. Shout out to Canarsie. A lady and her child went there, and there was a mouse in her food. And I was just so, I think that's what really made me stop eating Chinese food too, because it's like, if they did it to her, they could do it to me. Like, why would you do that to somebody? Why would you do that? And then people had a nerve to say, oh, maybe they didn't know. No, there's no way that they didn't know, because the mouse, it's not like it was it's not like the mouse was like a mouse. The mouse had oil and everything on it. She didn't know it was a mouse until she opened up her food and she saw the tail. The mouse looked like it was crunched up like a chicken. Like, that's pretty much how it looked in her food. And everybody was like, damn, they actually cooked it and put it in her plate. There's no way that they didn't see that. There's no way that they didn't see that. Like, when you're cooking, like, we all cook, right? When you're cooking, you see what's going on. You're cooking, you have eyes. So you mean to tell me that they didn't know that a mouse was in the food? They knew damn well a mouse was in the food and didn't care and sold it to her. And she noticed the tail and she bit into it because she didn't know. She, like, nobody thinks of that. And I remember a friend of mine was like, they don't eat no General Tso chicken or none of that. If it don't got bones, they not getting it, because she like, you don't know what that is. That could be cat, dog. You know, you ever seen a cat in a Chinese takeout and then the next time you go there, it's not there no more? You ever got ribs and the bone just looked too bony? We don't know what that is. So food for thought. Think about the food that you eat, specifically Chinese, New York City. And then the fact that the guy was going back and forth with me, yeah, I'm right. Cause why you so triggered? Why you so mad? Then you trying to take a dagger at me, like, oh, my book. Yeah, so what? I'm an author, and he was like, you should write a book about food since you're so much of an expert. I said, you know what? That's a good idea. That's a good damn idea. Thank you. Thank you. And you got more followers than me. So yo dumb ass people gonna look at our argument and say, yes. Like, you're making me relevant. Thank you. Thank you. And those are my thoughts.